Hi everybody, welcome to Thrust-FPV. Today I've got quite a few products. As you can see, I've been a busy little bee ordering some new products and trying things, trying to get my video a little bit better, trying to get some better batteries going on, and yeah, let's go ahead and start off here with the Foxeer Monster. You have the Foxeer Monster 16:9. It is a widescreen 1200 TV line FPV camera. It comes with a fantastic 2.5mm lens, and it's also PAL and NTSC compatible. Okay, nice little box that they have here. It's really sturdy. So let's go ahead and give it an opening. Oh wow, we got two more. I'll take it. Alrighty, wow. As you can see, that lens is one heck of a lens in there. Wide angle, I see. They finally joined the club with 2.5 and a little bit extra wide angle this time. Typical. Oh, looky here. They changed the connector. Very nice. Okay, very well. Let's go ahead. Thankfully, I have already taken the time and installed another one of these into my quad already here. As you can see, it's sitting here already installed nicely. One thing I am going to say, the case happens to be maybe a fraction of a millimeter, maybe a millimeter wider than your standard camera that we usually adapt to. You can see it's even bent the little post on the right there. It's got a little bow in it from there, right there. Yeah, not a big deal at all, you know what I mean? I've yet to find a situation where I can't get it mounted and can't get it right. This is a CMOS camera, so I did add some, dampening in any places that I could. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and power up and see if we can't have a look at this. I'm just using my ready-made receiver antenna, which is a 6-lobe, and my Eachine EV800 goggles. I'm going to use them for the screen. Now let's go ahead and grab us a battery and plug in and see what we get. I don't want to get it too tight here, but I don't want to flap it around and messing with the video. Okay, wow. That is fantastic. A little bit wonderful looking here. You guys can see. It seems to do really good in this transition between being in the sun and being in the light, and then going back to the dark. There seems to be no real fight in it. I am going to say I am looking at a screen via another digital camera, so there's going to be a little bit of a light and a contrast degradation just between the two of them while we're doing the transmission. But I just really look at that detail. That's those 1200 TV lines coming to work for you, trying to bring together a seamless picture image. Now what I'm going to do here, a lot of times you get in these cameras and they sit on the bench and they look really good and you're completely sold, and then the performance isn't beholden until you're out there actually flying and putting it into a fast moving situation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shake this drone very vigorously and quickly, and we're going to see if any of this image or anything actually changes to a blurry or if it stays sharp. it's pretty darn good. Notice that the delay, there's almost no delay for a 1200 TV line. It's usually been another issue for everybody. Just look at it, mastering that light. CMOS mastering the light. Very nice. Very, very nice. Back into the daylight. And she's picked it out quite well. Back to the dark. Back to the daylight. Back to the dark. That's pretty good, guys. I will say that's pretty darn good. I'm definitely glad that I tried it. Definitely excited about putting it into here and getting some more live footage with it as well. Got it on the HMB 235 V2. This is my favorite drone. It's very durable. Flies very, very well, very evenly proportionate and everything like that. Okay, so that is the new Foxeer Monster CMOS FPV camera. Go get one, guys. I think it's pretty cool. Well worth it. With my 16:9 resolution on my goggles, my format. Yeah, I'm constantly ending up with 4:3, and then stretching the image to make the 6:9 to fit and fill the screen. Finally, I broke down, spent a little bit of money, matched all the equipment, and wow, I'm glad that I did. Okay, next. All right, here is I mentioned it before on my receiver here. That is an awesome looking antenna. I get these from Multi-RC. They are custom made per your specifications or your length and everything like that. And they also use a spectral analyzer, spectrum, and then they actually test the antenna and make sure that it's getting the true DBI is being sold out. And in fact, maybe even not feeding back into the receiver. That is a pretty cool feature. I don't know of anybody else that has this claim that they, they actually test your antenna for you right there on the spot. Another thing I would definitely want you guys to see, hopefully it comes in really clear here, is right here at the collet, when you go to lay the crimp down into the actual RPSMA connector there, he's got a really nice weld going on in here. And I say weld because that's too shiny, I believe, it's actually your typical rosin core solder. That may actually be silver for brazing. That would definitely be why I've had really good strength and success with it. On another note, the braid here, I can't feel the braid. It's got a clear plastic coating that covers it, so you can't touch the grounding in the shield. But it is very strong. It is very rigid. See here, as you can see, you see the white in my fingertips, I'm really laying it down. And it's really good at keeping its shape. It laid a little bit of a dent in it. If I really want to bend it, say like on the back of this squad, I'd want to tilt it up a little bit. And it just holds its shape perfectly. It is soft, yet sturdy, yet super duper strong, and completely crash as resistant as you can possibly get with just some typical antenna. You know what I mean? He has definitely gone the length here and gotten these antennas, to meet a little bit of durability and the functionality and that premium setup and everything that he has. Very awesome. This is the 3-lobe. Oh yeah, this is the color changing paint. As you can see, the center of it stays green and it turns purple as you rotate it and spin it and everything. And you can get this in all kinds of different colors. He's got pinks, greens, blues, whatever, color changers. There's also, he can make these lobes here. I wanted the thinner lobes so I get the better attenuation and get the, the thinner wire for the better signal strength at the higher frequency. But he has a very much more durable one. I mean, these babies are thick, where they come in through, or they come over here and they wrap around and everything, they connect. The lobes themselves, if you're into racing and you're hitting gates and you're bouncing around a little bit, you're maybe learning and stuff like that, I definitely recommend maybe asking Mark to make you one with a thicker lobe and everything on it. But me personally, I like this. They work fine. Maybe even a little bit too good for my fashion, but there you go. It's RPSMA. You can get them stubby. You can get them like I said, or you can get them from stubby to long and anything in the middle. Just tell them, give them a dimension or measurement, and that's what it'll do. And that's one thing I do is every one of these quads are different. And then, there's always, man, if only the thing was 2 or 3 millimeters shorter, it would really fit there good. You know what I mean? Do it. He's not going to charge you anymore. He's not going to charge you any less. You know what I mean? Get it right. Get it the way where you feel confident and that, you know what I mean? You've done all that you can do, and this is the best that you can get. On a good note. The rest of our episode here, I went ahead, I usually don't jump on the bandwagon and get all the jazz that everybody else is talking about and everything. But here we have the Tatu R line, 75C 1300 4S batteries. Yeah, there's been a lot of hype and a lot of talk about these, and they, I've heard a little bit mixed. I mean, mostly good, for sure. Just a couple, off their ones. And for this one, I'm gonna actually put a little bit of a test here. To me, it is really important to me when spending a premium dollar on a premium battery that you're receiving premium. And in order for you to longevity run the life on your batteries, your practices go hand in hand with how long that they're gonna last, or how well that they're gonna perform. Okay. So it starts off with keeping your battery perfectly balanced from the beginning, making sure that it's not damaged. And you're putting it in storage mode after you fly. Not leaving the packs fully charged for more than 48 hours at a period of time or what have you. That's what I make balance boards. You bring them over here and you just dump them down the storage mode. But anyways, let's go ahead and have a look and see what they've got here for us. What do they got taped? Finally. That was a tough one, one-handed. All right, what do we have here? We got us a little cover for our balance plug. Nice. Didn't have to pay for this. Excellent. Don't have to go get a new one. Nice little foamy in here to keep it from packing it in bank. Ooh, that's a nice little foam. I might have to save that for something in the future. All right. Ooh. Still a little bit chilly. It just got here from the mail. But, wow. Very soft. Very, very, very nice. Very firm packaging. I've had some packs where, the packaging is, it's got bulkiness to it. And this actually feels a little smaller than a typical 1300 pack. I don't want to show whose pack this other one is, but just in the comparison. And there's another noticeable thing here. I don't move this out of the way. I don't really like when using my quadcopters and having them mounted directly, really close to the body somewhere, is these balance plugs being very long. I don't need a long balance plug at all. As you can see, it just, these things are, especially here on this, my goodness, it's 1 inch from itself. You know what I mean? understand why some batteries give you such a huge balance plug length. But this is nice and about medium. You know what I mean? Still good enough you can wrap it up inside between your discharge leads and keep it from getting prop smacked or taking a landing where you couldn't get it put away all perfectly. But anyways, the weight feels normal. The size is totally comparable in weight to any other pack in its range, and yet we're still at 75C and got that R line reputation going for it. So now again, like I was saying before about your care and everything to your lipos, you know, taking everything a little bit further and saving yourself some money, maybe even some headaches, or maybe even a quad. Let's go ahead and put this pack on the charger, and let's find out how it's balanced from the factory. All right, here we go, folks. Hopefully we can see this. Try to get the best image that we can. .385. They were all 385. So excellent. You know, 3.8 is usually where I leave my packs in storage mode. You know, a little bit less on the charge time to get them recharged back up and get you back up and running and everything. But that's a good spot. You know, like I said, if I feel a whole lot better about my packs if when I receive them, they are to the nail, to the T, perfectly balanced, each cell from one another, which tells me that the irregularities are not that far apart. You know, there is some sort of consistency, you know, to keeping each cell from not outdating the other one. So that's about it, guys. I'm going to give you another review on these batteries. I'm going to compare them when it gets a little bit better weather outside. You know, no rain and not so cold. But yeah, I will give you the rest of the review on the Tatu R line batteries and performance test, and get a little bit of power test and get the feel and see how, you know, see if they sag so much. Once again, thank you guys. This is the end of episode 3 on Thrust-FPV. This is AKC. You guys have a good day.